I'll be right there.
All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Yes, once again, I'm starting the live broadcast by myself. Hi, Mom! You're the first person to the party. And we are live on YouTube and Facebook again. And I can see on YouTube that it's crooked and backward. And on Facebook, it's sort of crooked too. So, yay! Success! But we did manage to go live at 7, which is an accomplishment. So, who else is ready for a drink? Hi, Jen. Oh, I'm not? Okay, good. Yay! Paul will be here shortly. He's here. He's just it's been a day. So, I'm glad you're here. Hello, Andrew. Oh, and hello. Oh my gosh, Larice, yay. Hey. Okay, good. I'm trying to watch the comments on both YouTube and, hi, Lisa, YouTube and Facebook. So, yeah, bear with me, please. But anyway, so I can tell you the story of tonight's theme. It's not just because it's winter. We were on a train the other night that, not our train, the train before our train, sliced through a tractor trailer, literally cut the tractor trailer in half. The driver lived. Everyone lived. Everyone was fine. There weren't any injuries. Hello, Roberta. There were no injuries, but yeah. So the train cut the tractor trailer in half because the guy driving the tractor trailer, for some reason, got stuck on the tracks. And we're talking like an 18-wheeler truck. Hi, Tom. So we all had to get off of, that was a train before ours, but there's no alternate route. Like if those tracks don't work, you're done for.
Doomed.
So we all had to get off the train at a station and then take buses 2 stops further along the line to get on another train to come home, which sounds like it would be no big deal. Hi, Louise. It sounds like it would be no big deal. But they were so unorganized because this was rush hour. So the trains were all packed. So there were hundreds of people they had to accommodate on 2 buses. So, but it's not even that. Okay, so we managed to get on a bus, and of course we're standing because these buses are so crowded. And the guy's like whipping around through traffic and everything. And we're just like trying not to fall over. So then we get to the next station where we're supposed to get on a train. Oh, the Facebook has a lag. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not surprised. So we all get to the station. Hi, Jen on YouTube. And stand there and wait and wait and wait. And it's like 14 degrees outside. My toes were numb. And we're waiting. So a train pulls in that's supposed to take all of us. And it pulls into the station, and we all like kind of gather around the door so we can get on it. And then it starts to pull out again with no one on it. And then it pulls back in. And we're all like, okay, that was kind of weird. So we all start to get on the train, and then it starts to pull out again. Then it pulls back again. Then it starts to pull out again. Then it pulls back. I mean, we're just all looking at each other like, am I in a Sartre play? What is going on? So the train just pulled out with no one on it. Like it pulled in, like it was teasing us. Pulled in, then left with no one on it. And we're all looking at each other like, did that really happen just now? But in the meantime, we're freezing. It is really, really cold out.
Could have been worse.
And, our extremities are becoming numb. Oh, thank you, Loris. You want the, sorry. Paul wants to fill the ice bucket.
When you get
I can get behind that.
I'm sure you could.
Because it's not cold enough. Thank you. So we're waiting, and we're all thinking, like, some people are calling for getting Ubers and Lyfts and stuff, but we were really still an hour away from home, so we kind of didn't, hi Bill, we didn't want to pay for an Uber unless we had to, because It's, it would have been a significant amount of money. And if, knowing our luck, like we would get an Uber and then the train would pull in. So we wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Long story short, we finally got a train came from the direction of the accident. I guess they'd cleared it. And we all got on and we got home really, really, really late. But anyway, I was just so cold. I got on the train and my extremities didn't thaw out for probably a half hour. So we thought the extreme cold would be, hi satellite, we thought the extreme cold would be a nice theme for this evening. Thank you. And there's nothing like an experience like that to really make you want to drink. Thank you.
What do you know?
These are the mocktails from this coming mocktail
As it turns out,
Monday.
I have a drink. We're enjoying the rest of this, and I tell you,
it's really good.
the rest of this is very good.
It's a little preview of Monday's mocktail.
That is a little bit of
I'm a
crystallized
fan.
ginger on the skewer here. And
But now it's gone, so
no, this is one of
Get rid of
those
it.
that you made up, and you would taste this. Pardon, spraying a little bit here. That's pretty rude. You would taste this, and you'd say, "Hey, good cocktail."
oh, thank you.
And someone would have to
Sharon.
tell you, "Oh well, there's no alcohol in there." What, really? Because you managed to get a little bit of that burn in there, which is very nice. And I think it's because you're using a couple of new ingredients, which you will find out in the coming week by watching the episode.
I have a mocktail experiment for tonight's live, which should
It's really
be
good.
fascinating. Well, we'll talk about that later. Hi, Suze. Let's
talk
have booze now.
Shall we have booze?
So
That's mocktails. This is
hand me a
cocktails.
little book. I wrote down what I wanted to do, but
Oh yes, I
I
will.
want to make sure I remember.
Coming right up, and the pen's right
Thank
there,
you.
and it's lovely.
Okay.
We can do things on
What
the
did I want
fly,
to do?
and it's marvelously. Oh, that comment about the Hugh Hefner smoking jacket. I need to switch to the YT, where we'll find. Now I gotta
Oh
call
yes,
that up.
Sharon, if you're watching, thank you so much.
Yes, I should have dropped a line on her to remind her to watch, but
Sharon
I think
is
she
there.
does.
Hello,
She's
Sharon. Thank you so
there
much
we go.
for the
Excellent.
wonderful,
We're looking at one of them right here.
the wonderful items that we
The
got
other one
today.
will be featured in certain items next week, although I don't know if that's public. I
Glendora-
think that's just
no.
for the Patreon.
Glendora's already
Patrons.
worn the jumpsuit
Yeah, it's
for her Patreon fans.
looks really
so,
good too.
So thank you, Sharon. That was
we go.
really, really wonderful.
Okay, calling up the YouTube now so I can grab comments.
Okay, so my first cocktail. of the
Jockeying this stuff, I tell you, big fun.
I know
we have
what
a bunch
I'm
of people
doing.
here so far. Did you say hello to Johnny and Jen and
No.
and Larice and
I didn't.
Bill?
I didn't say hi to Johnny. Hi, Johnny.
Cold in Cali, says Bill. Now, Bill, you're up a bit. I mean, you're sort of like wine country, I believe. So that makes sense. I think I saw
Yeah.
the map the other day and it said 40s, 50s. Man, that's clammy for wine country.
Woof. Yes.
When we get it here, yeah, I expect it. When we get it in January, it's kind of high. And we have had those temps, but lately it's more like 16.
Yes, I kept the Christmas tree up
Woo.
because it's for January. It had blue lights, so I thought January.
Because it's still frozen out there.
Yeah, and we also have a January tree, which we
Little-
showed in one video.
Little Jack Frost did not get lost. I'm just
No.
saying. I'm telling you. I news at comment 27 this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, that's. You don't think California and think that, but everybody's thinking the desert, and the desert is what the desert
It
is.
wasn't.
You know?
It wasn't as frigid today. It was actually kind of. It got up into the 40s.
The edge
today,
was
but,
slightly taken off.
But when
that's
we
true.
had to stand outside for an inordinate amount of time in the freezing cold, it was.
I was really
like
glad I was
14.
wearing Doc Martens with insoles because they only started getting numb at the end, at the very end. It's the tease though. The tease of she described this, the train oh, bring a train in from where it was coming.
It was.
And then it goes back. And then it comes in. And then it goes back. And it hangs there for a while. Somebody's
we're all like,
making up his
"Open the
mind,
door."
and then bang. And I actually spoke to the conductor on the train that we eventually got on that came from the correct direction, right? And he said, well, maybe they were hanging there and then Central told them, get out, you got somebody coming through. And I thought, this makes perfectly good sense.
Could they have told us?
Except that they already had the equipment there.
Hi, Kelly.
If you've got an engine and 3 cars, load it and get it the hell out. You've got a bunch of people there. So
my
yeah,
gosh.
big brain trust over at NJT had a great idea. Leave them behind.
I mean, it was amazing that no one was injured,
Mm-hmm.
except as Paul said, about 2,000 toner cartridges. It was a truck carrying toner cartridges.
This is what my buddy on the train who we saw later told me. And I took a look at the pics. I'm like, Dad gum, that's a bunch of toner cartridges.
Well, we passed it, and the guy, the driver of the truck, was just. We passed it after the accident had happened on the bus. Like everyone on the bus is gawking at this, of course, and we look at, and the guy is just sitting in the cab, just dazed. He's just like,
I think he really disconnected. This is
well,
from
yeah.
what I can
A
tell.
train hit his truck.
And you know, this is hearsay, but I don't know. It's kind of fun hearsay. You can read the papers, and maybe someone's got the over under on this one. It appears that the man stalled out on the tracks, knew that this was a problem, called the police. Police showed up, contacted NJT, right? And message somehow got lost in translation, and what do you know?
And the train
Bang.
just
Man-
plowed through his truck.
The man was actually sitting over on the side of things, so he wasn't exactly in the
Well, and
path. of-
apparently people were trying to get him out of the truck. Like he was still sitting in the truck when the train hit it. They're like, "You gotta get out! You gotta get out!" And he's just sitting there going like, "Huh?
Isn't there like a Twilight Zone episode
Like,
with that?
You
know?
gotta get out!"
I think it's Inger Stevens is kind of like hanging on the track there, and she's being chased by a real creepy guy. Good episode, as a matter of fact. I'm going to swap
Okay.
back over to Facebook to grab the comments. I'm not even actually on this yet. Where are we? Where
Where's
are
the
we?
tab on this?
Want to pass it over? I can find it. I can find it. We're good. You see, this is the special.
Hi, Hen.
You know, we are
Oh,
literally.
wait, you gotta go back and read. Oh, hi, Julie. You gotta go back and read Hen's comics.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I gotta go back and read a bunch of comments. I
Yeah.
haven't called it up yet. I noticed that YouTube was up, so I was kind of grabbing those for a second there.
Julie, we were on the train after it.
Yes.
So
Literally, one next train, and they inform us once we slammed shut. And
they're
I
like, the
believe
train in front of us hit a tractor trailer. We're like,
we're probably at Ramsey or Mawa in New Jersey when they're like, you know, we just slammed shut, and they're like, okay, this is the issue, and you're going to be taken off the train. And you had your choice of where to get off. But only one of those locations had buses, so that's where we got off. It also had a pretty good pub, and I'm looking at her like, you just want to sod off there and grab a burger because, you know, you were just going to sit either. But then we'd have to figure out how the hell to get home. So what the hell. You know,
or wait for the trains to start running.
wait for the
again.
trains to start running in, which took a good solid 2 hours anyway. So
I suppose we have sat in pubs for 2 hours many times, so
that one
that might not have been the worst idea.
that would not have been a problem. Just a minute, I want to make sure that this is nice and slashed for you, so that will actually get off. Yeah, if you'd simply known, if you're like, oh well, you're going to be here for 2.5 hours.
That was
I'd
the
say,
thing. The
okay,
lack of announcements was
I'll go
what
and
was,
sit there and eat, and then by that point, it's
They
ready to
kept
get back on
announcing
train.
that the train was late. We're like, yeah, no kidding.
They kept saying something like the train is 40 minutes late. I'm like, no, it is not. The train is not coming. It is deceased.
Yeah, the train is not coming at all.
Anyway, I'm going to try to grab these, and I'm
Okay,
missing
so-
one over on here. Swapping between platforms is big fun, folks.
Winter inspired
You don't have to do this.
cocktails.
You can stay wherever you are, but if you want to go on one or the other, you know, you get a slightly different view. It's true. Actually, one of these is reverse and one of them is not. Take that.
Well, I know the YouTube one is backwards.
Backwards. Okay, so we're backwards. If you have any writing, you know, it's going to be wrong.
So this is my first winter-inspired cocktail of the evening. I am starting with 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm using wild turkey because there was a rebate. So, okay,
Apparently, we have a 17-second lag on one of these platforms.
great.
Amazing. I think that's Facebook.
All right, we got to see.
Oh,
Hen's
Bill was noting
comment.
people get hit by the train goes rolls through their town. Oh, train's usually doing 70. If you're on the train, you'll love that speed.
Yeah.
I've been on a train doing something along that speed through New Jersey and have hit things, and I hate to report the things hit were people. Really, really ugly.
No, we've been on trains that have hit people too, and those get delayed a lot longer.
Oh, yeah, you can imagine. It's just like bad news all
Yeah.
around. Somebody
But
made a
anyway,
mistake.
let's not talk about
Let's not talk about that. That's really
that.
depressing.
You want to go back and read those good comments? that were
Nobody
missing?
died here. A bunch of toner cartridges will never see their destination. That's unfortunate. YouTube is correct. So actually, we did move that around. I'm going to try to find, where in the world is our broadcast up on Facebook so I can grab those comments because they're flying fast and I don't want to miss them.
You got to go to the page.
No one will be missed. I'm there.
You won't be missed.
I'm there. I'm telling you. This should be
So
popping
I've
up
got
on
to
me.
say what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started with 2 ounces of bourbon, a 1/2 ounce vanilla liqueur, and a 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice. I'm going to shake that.
And
Strain into a cocktail glass.
Strain into a cocktail.
Strain into a cocktail glass.
Okay.
It's frozen together.
Let me try to find the
All right,
comments
there we
on this
go.
thing here. Come on. 60 comments already. Good grief.
Oh my gosh, we got some catching up to do.
All right, I'll do that while you do things.
All right.
We got Johnny, we got Julie, we got Johnny again.
Yay!
Hey, we have Jim. Jim appreciates the fez.
Hello.
You would look great in this fez, my friend, and also this jacket.
I know.
I'm going to have to. Where's my comments here?
So shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass, and then, oh, you know what? I need a bottle opener. Pardon me.
Okay. I'll just vamp along here. Just trying to grab this,
Got
and
it.
there we go.
Okay, and then I'm going to
Probably
top
frozen ice
with.
here.
Oh, it's in the fridge behind you.
Okay. The
ginger
Okay.
ale. Okay, so this is. I've never tried this. Let's try it first.
this stuff. This is Bruce Cost.
Bruce Cost ginger ale, but it's passion fruit with turmeric.
Unfiltered.
We were talking about
Pretty lucky.
this within the past week about doing turmeric cocktails. I don't want to shake it because it's ginger ale, but
Just
I want to
give it a bit of an
get
oomph.
the I'm kind
Getting
of.
a lot of that's a.
It's like a lava lamp. Look at that.
It's kind of cool, actually.
I want to shake it, but I want to get the okay.
Hi to Tom.
So-
Hi to Johnny. Hi to
The
Julie.
top with a splash of
Hi
that.
to one time I had a keg truck crash years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone went out to the location and grabbed the kegs.
I would have.
As Ann says, I don't condone stealing, but a keg's a keg.
All right, and then
Well, you know,
fill with that. Okay.
There's always the Boston molasses flood, which is a classic, unfortunately tragic incident that happens to be hysterical.
Hi, Peter.
So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. Oh, look at that roll.
Okay, let's try this without the drink, just to see what we think of this.
That's really good. Oh, yeah.
Bruce Cost
Num num.
ginger ale, passion fruit with turmeric.
I believe this is nationally available. I've seen it in many places.
Ooh, that's good. Here, try that.
Look at that roll. Yeah. Ginger, passion.
That's really good.
That should be awfully, awfully sweet, and it really isn't.
No.
It's nicely balanced. I'm not getting a heavy hit of turmeric, which means that it is actually incorporated without dominating. That could easily take over.
Okay.
It's one of those like vogue roots right now that is supposed to be so good for you. If you're taking turmeric pills and you feel excellent, then keep doing it, I guess. You know? I can't say I can recommend or disrecommend these practices. We cannot make medical projections on this show.
Johnny needs a good idea for a drink with Deadhead chocolate rum. We've made a few.
We happen to have a very good facsimile of Deadhead chocolate rum, and
Yeah.
I wanted to use it recently, and I didn't find it, but I just found it the other day. So if you're kind of interested, I have to come up with some things because I basically only have 2 ideas tonight. So we're going to do it on the fly.
This is good.
Okay. Did you see the note from Gina? Is that a lava Christmas tree in the
Yeah.
background? This was
Yeah.
It's the Christmas tree and it's a lava. We have both. I won't hold my hands on the lava.
Here we go.
That lava over there doesn't
There
look
we
very
go.
active. Is there something going up with that? Oh boy.
Oh, it looks like the bulbs burn out.
Burnout. That's no fun.
No.
Oh, and Sharon's noting has a maroon fez if we need it. Well, I suspect that you are not interested in
Loves a fez.
holding on to that fez, and I would use it. So I would appreciate that. Yes, thank
Hi, Kari.
you very much.
So anyway, so this was
And hello to Suze. I don't
2
think we
ounces
caught you.
of bourbon, ½ ounce of vanilla liqueur, ½ ounce fresh lime juice, and fill with your Bruce Cost ginger ale, passion fruit, turmeric.
Turmeric.
It's really good.
I keep saying turmeric, apparently turmeric, and I think why the hell's they are there. But, there's many words in the English language with these ghost letters. What can I say?
Psycho.
Psycho
Thank
is
you.
true. Psycho. Tom is noting that he is in the land of ice and snow because he is. We will see you in the summer, and
Oh my gosh.
if you'd like to take over, like slinging some sliders for me and give me a spell, I'd appreciate that. That'd be great. I think you're skilled by now. Or is it Dave? Well, one of you guys actually got the secret formula. It's a real big secret. And you know something?
The secret formula.
and I think he nailed it shut, so it's a good man. So it's Facebook with the big lag, which is kind of funny.
That's
Interesting.
weird.
Hi, Lisa and
Hi,
Carol.
Jeremy.
Hello, Andrew. And I may be caught up on that. Let me
Oh, he
grab
looks
this
shiny
out of
tonight.
here.
I know. Well, he had silver, and I was like, well, I got to bring the silver too if he
The
has.
silver? What the hell, Okay. Yeah, rescued a cake. Turmeric and the like fall under food cracker in Larissa's book. Now Larissa's doing the food, so you know she has a handle on such things. I look at such things and I say, it's kind of touted as a cure-all mystery pill, and I think if you take it and feel better, you feel better. Is it a placebo? Does it have genuine effects? You know, a good double-blind test will tell you, and if it doesn't pass the test, the answer is probably not. If you keep taking the pills anyway, caveat emptor. That's the thing. I mean, feel better is feel better. You know, the placebo effect is real. You could actually take a pill, think it's going to work, and it works. I mean, unless you have cancer, you know. If you're like got something really dire, it's like, no, that pill's not going to work. So
This has been a message from Dr. Paul.
I'm not a doctor of anything, and nor can I offer legal advice, although I work in the profession. So, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about supplements and things like that. A lot of herbal supplements well, actually, all herbal supplements are not actually regulated. So that's definitely caveat emptor. And when somebody starts talking about, well, this is ancient blah, blah, blah medicine, I'm like, whatever. I mean, look up what you're taking. Some of these things actually are kind of strong.
I think it's funny. Legally, you're obligated to tell us you can't give us legal advice.
I am. Yeah, I am, literally.
Hi, George.
And frankly, I can't even tell you what I just told you, but my personal recommendation is look up everything.
Do you have to kill us now that you told us that?
Absolutely not. I don't belong to that family. So
Anyway.
even if some people have implications, but no, you know, it always makes sense. And what do we do here? We come up with these little culinary creations and glasses, and we're trying it. So if it's just like, wow, that was terrible, you'll know immediately. We're going to tell you. Nothing we use has like specific hazardous properties. It's just ordinarily available things.
How did you get on this?
I'm just talking about supplements and things, you know. And,
Okay, well,
you know,
we're not using anything hazardous.
no, supplements are sold. I mean, I take a B vitamin every day. That's about as far as I go. Does it do like great things? I don't know. I figure that I get kind of run down. I could use a little injection now and then, you know.
Hi, Amy.
Hello.
Oh, wait. Well, you
Ooh.
need to make a drink.
I do.
I was going to say, we have a box to open.
We
We
do.
waited to open it
Yes,
until
we do.
we were live. I hope it's worth it.
And paint. Let's go back here.
It should be fun.
Jerry's
I hope.
noting. Everyone looks so shiny. Yes, true. Hi,
Oh,
George.
yeah, Errol laughs at all natural. I know. Yeah.
Oh, Peter's at Quinn's enjoying some peanuts.
Botulism and
Hello.
mold are all natural. Exactly.
Kari Hendler joined. Hello. I don't know if you're
Yay.
just blasting by or if you're actually joining us. Please say hi to the crowd, because the marvelous Kari Hendler, who we have actually associated with a number of times at various events, could have something to say. I think passion fruit is magic. Oh, really? Interesting. You mentioned that. I'm about to go
Oh,
get some.
Splat's here. Hi.
Yeah. Okay, so Johnny wants to mix with the chocolate rum. So you have a bottle of it. Oh, well, that's a good first step.
Yeah.
Let me actually, I gotta go grab a few things, so I'm gonna grab that as well, and I'll be right back in. If you have a vast idea for a thing, you know, you can feel free to do a thing.
Well, I've still got a thing. I have a mocktail to work with tonight. Kind of exciting. I made non-alcoholic alcohol. Here it is. I'll be making a mocktail with it shortly, but I was been working on mocktails and thinking like, well, what do these mocktails miss? And what they miss is the sort of the alcohol burn you get when you drink a cocktail. So I thought, well, how could we get the alcohol burn? So I think I've achieved the alcohol burn because I have tried this, but should be fun. We'll find out soon.
The burn is real, that's good.
The burn is real.
Feel the burn.
Oh, I thought you were bringing something else in for a second. I was like,
What?
I thought you were bringing in the Red Star.
The Red Star what?
The
The cheap Chinese rock
Urdu
gut?
2, yeah.
Oh.
I thought you were bringing in the Urdu 2. I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
It's way too early in the evening for the Urdu 2.
I just said it so I can say it again, the cheap Chinese rot gut. It's actually a baijiu that is very industrial, very high proof, and does not taste good. It's good for flaming things. And
Becky?
we bought it because it was basically this bottle with a red star, and I'm like, cheap commie rot gut, let's check that out. And I've actually made good drinks with it. It takes some work to disguise it properly, and you really have to cut the proof.
Okay, so Becky wanted
Wow.
to try a zombie.
Oh, interesting.
We could make a zombie.
Interesting you mentioned that.
Are you going to make a zombie?
As a matter of fact, I was. I'm going to get some water to be hot.
Oh. Could you bring some, I'm sticky from this bar.
Oh, sure.
Could you bring a damp towel, please, too? This bar is really sticky. Thank you. So.
This is actually the, totally forgot about this, but we usually have
Thank
this
you.
sticking
All
around
right,
because,
yeah.
because things get sticky, folks.
Bar is
Yeah.
sticky.
But
Let's
most definitely.
take care of that. It's no joke making cocktails. So, well,
Two.
are you
Half.
about to mix? Because if you're not, I will try my mocktail.
I am.
Okay, he's about to do this. So much better. Okay, thank you.
That's interesting. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, half teaspoon. I need you. Could you grab me a bar spoon, please?
Well, I'll wait till you come back.
Yep.
All right. Are you here?
I'm here for the moment.
Okay.
Yep. There was a request from some party, to remember who, for hot drinks this season. And since we're doing a whole episode
Oh,
about
Satellite
cold-
asked if we were
Satellite.
doing a hot drink.
Very good.
So.
Very good. I had a couple in mind. One of them will come together, and if I get so inspired, maybe two of them will come together. And I might do more in the coming weeks because there's a lot of great classic hot drinks. A lot of them feature around Christmas time, and then like nobody drinks them again. And I'm like, you got 3 months of frost. Have hot drinks. You know, really, come on. If you're in the Northeast, here's Bill in California. It's 27 degrees in the morning. You need something hot to keep going.
Yeah.
At least a cider. I'm telling you. Well, this thing actually will start off with about a spoon of.
Have you written this down?
I have not, but I can certainly. Well, it's written down. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put like maybe that much. There we go. That's just 1 spoonful. I'm gonna leave
Teaspoon.
that in. Worth of that. This is brown sugar. Just like the sort of ordinary baking brown sugar. If what you have is Demerara, then use that. That would work just
Hi,
great.
Laura.
I have some ingredients over here. This is about an ounce. It's like over an ounce. Ounce of pineapple juice. It's not fresh.
I thought it was lime juice. Like,
Woo!
wow.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa. Half ounce of lime juice, as a matter of fact. And I need something to measure with.
You want this?
If you've got it.
Where'd it go?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I'll grab
here.
some.
It's right in front of me.
Oh, it is.
Duh.
Ah, super. Well, good to have two. Half
Ooh,
ounce
it's
of the
still
lime.
sticky.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing,
Oh.
isn't it? Things spill around here sometimes.
Sticky, sticky,
Oh,
sticky.
that's my clarion call.
Oh, the water's boiling.
I'll be attending that in just a moment because I wouldn't mind having that very, very hot. Half ounce of passion fruit syrup. Somebody was just name checking passion fruit. Somebody's name checking zombies. I'm like, what are you reading the mind tonight? Awesome.
Do you remember the episode a couple of weeks ago where he was using that because he thought it was sparkling cider? Because it's a sparkling cider bottle and it turned out to be the passion fruit syrup.
Drink turned out to be extraordinarily sweet and not carbonated. Well, this time I intended passion fruit and I knew where it was. So there. 2 ounces of an amber rum. I'm using Mount Gay. You do you. You want to use some really schmancy rum? You could. I wouldn't go too crazy because this is sort of like a tall hot drink.
Or a short hot drink.
Or a short hot drink, short choice. You could use a little less rum too, and it'll probably work out just fine. But I'm following formula. 2 ounces. That's a double-sided shot, pony and a shot. So
There we go.
give that a stir.
Can you hear the tea kettle?
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's really complaining.
I'm just checking out where this is coming from. Make sure that I'm all together. In fact, you want to throw some bitters in that too, please. I would appreciate
Sure,
that.
just Angostura.
Actually, Angostura would be
Okay.
great.
How much? How much do you want?
2 dash. Be right back.
Okay. Get that tea kettle before it blows up. Thank you, Marie. Hello. Okay.
Fill with about 4 ounces of hot water. I'm sure about that will do the job.
Boy,
Okay.
still sticky. Wow. What a mess. We didn't even spill anything today or recently, so this is old stick.
And it says a small chip of butter. I think I gave about twice as much as I really want to use. I'm actually going to chop that up a bit. And just a little pat of butter. And
Butter some
throw that
toast
in.
or something later.
And you're saying, gee, it looks like a hot buttered rum.
Brian, hi.
Yeah, it does. It really
Good
does.
to see you.
Gonna stir that until this starts to melt in. And I'll just let
Looks
it hang.
good.
I was concerned about the fact that I was using boiling water, but there were plenty of room temperature things in there that should do just fine. And
Oh,
yeah.
Jen's asking on
That's
YouTube,
kind of
do
a
we have a
perfect thing.
favorite passion fruit syrup? Hi, Hi, Brian. We make our own.
Yes.
All you do
All
is
you do
combine
is-
equal parts of frozen passion fruit pulp and simple syrup.
There you go.
Hi, John.
I have it from very good authority that you could attempt to get a fresher product by obtaining passion fruits and juicing them. And you would have to use a boatload, a metric fill-in-the-blank ton of said passion fruits. They're not going to get you very fresh. They'll be fairly desiccated, and you'll end up with like this much juice.
Yeah.
And for the expense, screw that.
Yep.
Have the manufacturer squeeze the passion fruits wherever they're produced and send them to you frozen as pulp. Go to your supermarket and sort of the ethnic aisle in the freezer. Over here on the East Coast, we have ready access to products with names like La Fée and Goya, but there are several others. Actually, the market that strictly does that, I think has 5 different types of frozen pulp.
But it
This is
should
great.
be easy to get.
Should be pretty
Just
easy.
in the freezer.
Find the Goya or the La Fée.
Yeah.
And it
So
should cost you
easy.
something on the order of about $3 for
And it's
the
really
package
good.
of pulp.
Really good. If
And
that.
it's extraordinarily fresh and has a very punchy flavor. You just you just melt it in. To combine it. If you make syrup so that it's warm and then just so they passion in, just let it melt in, stir, 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 you're done.
Oh, Brian.
Throw it in a bottle.
That's funny.
Throw it in a bottle and then just like throw a shot of vodka in there for a preservative and throw it in your fridge. And there are those who say, well, that'll last 2 weeks. I'm like, ours usually lasts about 6 months. So
Well, and you could.
it doesn't really go bad.
I would put in just a little bit of vodka.
I said
Wouldn't
so,
change the
yeah.
flavor, but it's a preservative. So just a tiny bit as a preservative.
1 ounce, 1.5 ounces should work just fine.
Keep it
doesn't do a damn thing
refrigerated.
to the flavor.
Yep.
And it will help to kill the bad stuff and keep it going. And you will find a number of great drinks that you can make with passion. I have innovated a couple on my own. I think you have innovated a couple.
Oh yeah.
It's fun stuff to play with. The syrup is great. If you would really prefer to have the juice, there's some really good brands on the market. I think the Ceres brand from South Africa comes recommended, and I can get those, which is good.
Giffard makes a passion fruit liqueur.
Oh yes,
It's really good.
Did we have that, or did we try it somewhere?
We tried it.
We tried it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like
You know, we need to pick up a bottle, but that's more of, I'm thinking that's more of like a spring thing. I'm sort of concentrating on fall flavors right now.
Yeah, bingo.
Fall, winter.
Fall, winter.
So it's not fall. Not fall, Kelly.
Brian is welcome to my hat, but he's got to come and visit the lounge.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That would be
Come
so
on
much
down.
fun.
But definitely. Anyway, so what this is from the research of Mr. Jeff Barry. This is called a hot zombie. This is actually,
Oh,
I always wanted
okay.
to make this, and I suddenly got inspired, hot drinks, and I said, how about the hot zombie? Really easy to put together. This apparently is
Whoever
coming to
made
you.
a killer beat? No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you have to let us know what that is.
Interesting. So apparently this comes from Ron Rico Rum, 1941. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So this must have been in a book somewhere.
Right.
It's on the same page with the picture of the Carioca premixed zombie from the 1940s, back when zombies were kind of new and big
Oh my
stuff, and
gosh.
everybody was promoting them and ripping them off and imitating them and
Oh
all
my
that.
God,
So
okay.
once again, this is really easy. Ounce of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of gold rum. Specifies Puerto Rican
I
rum
haven't tried it yet.
because that was the Ron Rico company telling you. So use the gold rum that you've got. Half ounce of passion fruit syrup, half ounce of lime juice, teaspoon of brown sugar. Put all that together in your mug. Stir, stir, stir. Add 4 ounces of boiling hot water.
Hi, Ralph.
Throw a small chip of butter on the top of that, and you basically got this hot buttered rum thing that tastes an awful lot like a zombie.
All right, well, my drink, I've got one more
Hmm.
sip, so let me try that, and then I'll get to another.
So I've seen this for years because I've had this book for over 10 years, and I thought, oh, I ought to try that sometime. Never got around to it.
A hot zombie.
It's 16 degrees out there now. Now it's the time. So there we go. It's cold many other places.
It's good. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. It tastes
Interesting.
like it's got like some tomato or something in it
Oh,
to
wow,
me.
I'm not getting that.
I wonder what's causing that.
I'm definitely getting that passion, which is a component of the 30s version
It's the
of zombie.
pineapple.
And I mean, it's the pineapple.
It's the
okay.
pineapple. It's I don't know. It's got some sort of like
Tomatoiness.
almost vegetal
Vegetal
quality
is
to it.
a term. There's a footy term for you, but
Hey,
definitely.
would you hand me a shake?
Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
So I'm going to share with you my mocktail. This should be really interesting. I've tried my base liquor, quote unquote, because there's no alcohol in it. And it's, thank you. It's got a kick. It's got a spicy kick to it. But I haven't tried mixing it with anything yet, but we're about to change that. So,
Would the spicy Jaeger used earlier this week work with passion fruit in a warm drink? Well, I have boiling water and I have the passion fruit.
find out.
And now I've got like 2 different suggestions for drinks, so I think I'm good for the evening. Thank you. We'll get on that momentarily.
Okay, so to make my non-alcoholic alcohol, which is very hot, so you could adjust if you don't want to do this.
I just love the term non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic
That's-
alcohol.
That's a lot of fun.
I started with a cup of dandelion root tea that it had already been brewed previously. And then I put it on the stove in a pan with 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes and a half tablespoon of black peppercorns.
Hi, Tom.
Bring it to a boil, let it simmer for a few minutes, like no more than 5. Turn off the heat and then let it sit there on the stove top and cool. And then when it's completely cooled, strain out all of your pepper so that you just have fluid. And then with me, it had reduced to about 3/4 of a cup. So I filled back up to a cup with my dandelion root tea. So.
And dandelion root tea, to begin with, is very
It's bitter.
bitter, astringent, a little herbal. It's supposed to be good for, your digestive, et cetera, and you taste it and you go, and obviously it is because it tastes like that.
So I'm starting with 2 ounces of my non-alcoholic alcohol.
But it's good,
And
pardon me,
then-
it's good because it is a great base for things for mocktails because it's not adding any sweet.
I'm kind of excited to try this. I'm gonna do
Sounding
a
interesting.
half ounce of grenadine, and this is grenadine that we made. And same idea as the passion fruit. All you do is combine 1 part pomegranate juice and 1 part simple syrup.
Yep. You'll find different brands of pomegranate on the market. Again, check your ethnic section for pomegranate that comes from places like Croatia, Poland, Turkey. There's a lot of good brands out there. It's very fresh stuff and usually available for a good price.
And a half
So-
ounce fresh lime juice. So we really need to get the scoop for this. Reaching into the eyes. Okay. Shake with ice. I hope this is good. Ooh, little drippy.
Little drink.
Okay, and then strain into our cocktail glass.
Oh, Laura's joining us from the chilly, wet Mississippi Delta.
Oh my gosh!
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a drag when Mississippi is cold and wet.
Messy. All right.
And
then-
here we expect such things, but
Strain.
it gets there. I know. Seasons.
Strain.
Strainer.
Strainer
You have a strainer?
No.
Moment. Thought I'd give you a strainer.
Hardness. Okay.
What happened to a strainer?
There are some in here.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? They're all in here. All right, never mind. Found a strainer.
Well, that'll explain that.
Strain into a cocktail glass. Let's see.
And stream to a cocktail glass.
Okay. Looks like a cocktail.
Okay, so the killer bee is from Sunshine Bar and Grill from the island of Nevis.
Oh,
as in
wow.
St. Kitts
Okay,
and. Yeah. They will not disclose the recipe. Could you both do a business trip and reverse engineer the ingredients?
Oh my gosh.
Love to. Could you find some financing for that? I'm there. That'd be great.
I'd love to.
If you can find me a backer, I'm on the next plane. Wait a minute.
Hi, Ed.
Yeah, you know something? That is really sneaky. It's a good, nice flavor. It's dry. It does taste like an awful lot like you mixed up like a dry
It's
Manhattan
like
or
a
something.
cocktail.
And then you get that burn, and you go, oh yeah, tastes like a cocktail.
It tastes like a cocktail.
This is a very common thing. A lot of places are innovating mocktails that just taste more like the flavor profile of a cocktail. We just saw that in some paper the other
Oh,
day.
Sandra, we haven't gotten our new camera yet.
Yep,
They say no later than April 30th, so it's gonna be a while.
coming. Already
But,
paid for it.
yeah.
We made. I
But
think we'll
we're
be jumping
hoping-
the gun because we
We're
paid for
hoping
it already.
earlier.
Yeah.
Hi,
Pardon me.
Bill. So to make your
Hello.
non-alcoholic alcohol, it's pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it's spicy. So you could use less of the red pepper flakes and still get a similar effect. To make the non-alcoholic alcohol, all you do is combine 1 cup of dandelion root tea. I use 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes. You could use 1 tablespoon or less. And a half tablespoon of black peppercorns. Bring to a boil, simmer for about 5 minutes. Turn it off, let it sit covered on the stove until it's cooled. Strain out your pepper, and then pour it into a measuring cup and add enough dandelion root tea to bring it back up to a cup.
Yep.
Then I used 2 ounces of that, a half ounce grenadine, and a half ounce fresh lime juice. And darned if it doesn't taste like a cocktail.
It really does. And it's actually the latest in a series of things that you've been making in mocktails that just have that flavor profile. I would taste it. I will probably not be fooled that there isn't alcohol in there, but I don't know. You know, this one was really has those notes. Like, oh yeah, that has what you're looking for in such a thing.
I think the next step, the pepper is making me need to sneeze.
Uh-oh.
I will say that.
That's the next step.
I don't. Yeah, I
my.
do need to sneeze.
Hey, it's our animator.
It passed.
I always have to bring up that Don is our animator because if anybody here has any animation needs, drop a line on Don. He's right there. Uh-oh. Looks like we're freaking out on
YouTube
YouTube.
kind of wiped out.
Yowza.
Uh-oh.
Are we dead? Dead in the water? Hey. We're still broadcasting on YouTube as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Did we?
I don't know. YouTube, can you see us?
Uh-oh.
It looks like it flipped out.
There we go.
Looks like
we are actually behind. YouTube has completely conked out. I don't know if you can hear us. Still have audio. Okay, so this is actually an you can switch to Facebook if you want because we're still up there. This is actually an episode of The Outer Limits. Do not to try to control your set. We control the horizontal. We control the video.
I'm moving it. Oh, look, it's making the fabric
go
move
all
too.
pink lines. Wow, that.
I don't know what you do about that.
First I've ever seen in a broadcast, and we have broadcast on both platforms before, also
I don't know
Periscope.
what you do about that.
So,
We might need to end this on YouTube.
And we could reboot.
And just keep going on Facebook.
We could reboot YouTube, I guess.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, it is fine. It's fine on Facebook. It's conked out.
This is a new one for us.
Folks, feel free to switch to Facebook if you want. We're up there. You can find us pretty easily. I will try to get this going again.
Okay, well, Ryan's saying don't stop. Okay, well,
Okay.
you know what? We'll leave it.
NSA must be checking in. Yeah! It's because I use the term mocktail. If I hit that, do I kill it?
I don't know. I guess.
I'm not going to hit that. Let me think here.
I don't.
Boot. Oh, that works
that's
fine.
That's the wrong way. Oh, but it fixed it. It
Hello?
fixed it. Okay. He just flipped it toward the tripod.
I flipped it off.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Right. I think we're.
I literally said
Hi,
that.
Joan.
You just saw
Hey,
you saw a picture of our
Joan's here.
tripod for a second. There you go.
Okay. Well,
Equipment time.
it's all an experiment,
Bing, bing.
guys. It's all
It
an
is.
experiment.
It is very clumsy right now, but it works.
Until
So
we
I'm
get
like,
our new
yeah.
camera, things will continue to be clumsy. So.
We got impatient. We're trying to do
Get ready.
both platforms because,
I
damn it,
know.
we're here. You know, so we'll check it out, and we can we're fielding comments from both. I'm seeing Grace coming in. Thank
I
you,
know.
because we scramble for these things. I have 2 ideas, and I'm like, I don't know, I'll make it up along the way. But it's really great to talk to you because you'll throw things at me, and I'll go, oh wait, yeah.
I'm so
Thanks,
excited about my mocktail.
I know. That's really good. You know.
It's really good.
I'm still enjoying the hot zombie, more of a room temperature zombie by now. It's just, the zombie has assumed room temperature.
Room temperature zombie.
That sounds like a George Romero thing. But that's really good.
That actually sounds like a great drink name. The room temperature
Room
zombie.
temperature zombie. Okay.
Erica's here. Hi, Erica. Okay, so.
Oh, and we've reduced the lag. Well, next time that happens, I'll just go zoop zoop, and
okay.
you'll see our tripod for half a
Here we
second,
are
and
learning
then we'll be
things.
back. I got nothing. Let me
Here we
tell you,
are
I don't know why
learning
these things
things.
occur, but if I try something and it
Daniel's
works, bango. Hey, Dano.
Oh, thank you, Amy. Yeah, so we're good on Facebook. Oh, Daniel's
Yes,
here
thank
too.
you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay.
Good.
So
Good stuff
I'm
coming through.
excited for this one.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So you described everything that
Oh,
happened
so what I
there,
started
which is
to
great.
say was, I think before things went south, I think the next
here.
step in the mocktail process is this definitely has the alcohol burn.
Mm-hmm.
And then it needs the alcohol heft, if you know what I mean. There's a kind of weight that alcohol has that
you can see it when you see like an 80 proof or higher, 80, 90, 100 proof liquor. You pour it into a glass, you'll see that sort of like oiliness.
Right.
That's like the alcohol sort of like clinging to the glass. I don't know what it does. Adhesion, something like that. But that's ethanol just doing its thing, and it sort of looks at like if you make up a sugar syrup and you see these sort of swirls going on. Completely different idea. Sugar syrup doesn't do the same thing alcohol does, but it has that same sort of effect. So, yeah, I think you were talking about adding syrups to add that heft.
Right.
But I think that the heat adds burn, but also a bit of gravity, and you want to taste that it's not just like a glass of water, basically, and it just has something to it. Or a glass of juice, which doesn't taste like alcohol at all. It tastes like juice. And if you're content to have like orange juice all night, go to town. If you're content to have Cokes all night, go to town. I'm not name checking any particular brand to tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. Whatever. Just do what you like. But if you're thinking, yeah, I want to have something that just feels like a cocktail. I don't want the alcohol right now. That's a good place to turn. And it would give you a little something.
And it's easy because they have these sort of non-alcoholic cocktails on the market that are really good. We've tried them, but they're really expensive too. You know, they come in a 750 milliliter bottle, and
they're not cheap. And
they're like pushing $40. It's like
$40
for no booze.
I'd be glad to try them. You know, and I would
we
certainly be glad to.
We tried them at Tales of the Cocktail.
Oh, we did. That's true. Yeah. No, they were very good. In that case, I did try them. They were good. And they were really fascinating. They're working this vein, which we're working.
Yeah, they're good.
And I like to work that because, folks, 1/3 of our content every week is mocktails. So
slightly more.
Slightly more now.
Slightly more now, but
so you know that generally speaking, we've got to be experimenting with things. Otherwise, we're going to deliver the same damn drink every 2 weeks, and that's not the point. This is supposed to be fresh, invigorating content, that kind of thing. Going to give it to you, and then the other 2/3 involves cocktails. So. You know, because we don't want to cut out the audience that doesn't do it or just feels like taking a break. I feel like taking a break a lot of time, you know?
This is good.
Try that again. It's good.
Well, we have
got a nice nose.
We have more non-alcoholic alcohol. We can make more of that.
You say that at the exact time of taking a sip, spit take. But again, take a sip, nice flavor profile, a little sweet, fairly dry, and then the burn. You're like, oh, as if I actually had something that was primarily liquor, you know? So that's kind of nice. You're not going to be fooled that this is like, you know, bourbon. And you're not going to think, you know, well, it's a direct substitute, but it is actually something that is very good on its own.
Oh, do you want to go catch the YouTube comments?
I'd be glad to, absolutely. As a matter of fact, here they are. Bing. Hi, Fred. Glad to see you. Oh, the mocktails with the blue tea. Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Oh, yeah, we have more of that. We should.
We do.
Okay.
And then there's like the, what do you throw in that changes the color? I think it's the lemon juice, like changes it pink.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like all of you budding chemists out there, you remember using phenolphthalein solution to like put a few drops in, bang, changes the color, indicator kind of stuff, indicator dye. Interesting. Same thing. It's just it's not, you know, chemicals. It's just the tea. So. Can you say non-alcoholic alcohol? Well, having innovated in this very space.
We can say non-alcoholic alcohol.
Alcohol, air quotes.
Alcohol.
Yeah. Having innovated in this very space, the non-alcoholic martini, I think so, yeah. And you know, that was one of the first that we did that I really tried to catch the flavor profile of the real thing. And it worked. It worked very well. You know, it didn't taste exactly like, but it had those notes. It was a real drink. I was able to hand it to our friend Gaylord, who does not drink, and say, finally, a mocktail for you that isn't just like juice.
Hi, Jenny.
And he appreciated that. And I think, well, because it's a real thing, you know. And the fact is, it's like you look good with that glass in your hand. But this isn't about like, you know, getting loaded. This is about enjoyment. This is about quality of life. This is something culinary.
I feel like
we have our chefs joining in tonight.
You know, it
they
has
do
all that
marvelous
pepper.
things with food.
It has all that pepper and it has that burn. It almost feels like it must be good for you.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know why. Well, it has dandelion and a lot of pepper.
Did you say hi to Jenny?
I did.
Ah, very good. Making sure I just saw the name pop up.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
So anyway.
Pepper flakes are supposed to be good for you. They're this, that, and quality. I just say that, look, it tastes good, and it's fun because you've got that, like, you got that burn going on.
Could we do a
Signature.
non-alcoholic alcohol using ginger? Yes, we could do that.
Some of those things have
So
been
we'll do that one next time.
Oh, Ryan says, Elizabeth says, hi, making bœuf bourguignon.
Oh my
woo.
gosh.
Schmancy. We
Nice.
definitely have some chefs
Wow.
working here tonight.
All right.
Synthahol.
That was good.
Oh, wow. Larissa's like quoting Star Trek. We definitely have the sci-fi fans
I
here
have
tonight.
another idea. Could you?
I'm going to
I've
switch
got-
back and make sure I'm grabbing this.
I've got a mess building up behind me. Messy, messy, messy. Building up behind me. What?
What do you need? I'm actually going to grab some things out of here.
You know what? I
What do
didn't
we
write down
have
my mocktail.
I actually have a little bit of mocktail here from earlier, which
Okay.
is very low, so I'm going to finish it.
2 ounces.
That's very good.
Half grenadine, half lime. Gotta keep a record of this for when we want to share these later. Okay, so I bought something else today to try. Doc's Draft Cassis Blackcurrant Hard Cider. That sounded very wintry.
Doctor of what?
Oh, Doc's Draft Cassis Blackcurrant.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, Lisa says,
I got it.
Kelly mentions things going south.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I was laughing at.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the equator of pit of all things gone wrong. You wonder, like, you know, if this way, that way, and if you suddenly meet around, perhaps Panama, it's like, oh, this has completely gone to heck, you know? That's pretty hilarious. Still enjoying the, by now, room temperature zombie, but, you know, you can heat it back up, and it's a good hot buttered thingy, I gotta tell you. And it has properties in common with other zombies out there, and if you're a connoisseur of such things, you say, wow, good. And one thing which I will definitely say is good about this, it's not very high proof. It's very, very ordinary. Okay. No more than you'd put in a hot buttered rum, but it's got other flavors going on, and it's very nice.
It's like you said, hot butter rum.
I'm speaking very quickly to try to get words out, and
You're abbreviating.
Wow, 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 wow.
All right, well, let's try this first. This is the Cassis
The Cassis
hard cider.
has a really nice dark color. Looks like wine. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice nose, very fruity, very fresh.
Right. Let's...
Well, we have enjoyed many other products from this company, and including their liquor products, and we even tried their wine too. Wine's very good.
Oh, that's so good. Yum.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you know something, you get that nose, you think that's going to be really sweet because it's got a very berry thing going on.
No, it's dry.
It's very dry. It's very dry. It's just you've got the essence of it. They got the color out of the currant. This is going to be fun.
They're local to
Excellent.
us, Doc's Draft. So if you can get Doc's Draft, they make it real near us.
It's very close. If you are in the area and you would like to visit a winery and cidery and distillery and all that, they serve them all the products right there in their bar on the premises, and you can buy stuff. It's a really good trip.
Mm-hmm.
They're tucked away in the woods. It would take you like some windy roads to get there.
Oh my
Where
gosh.
is this place?
The first time we ever went there, we were actually shooting video.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we ever went there. And we're driving in the middle of nowhere and driving and driving and driving. We're like, this has to be wrong.
Yeah.
And then you come out and it's there, and it's like this huge sprawling complex, and there's a restaurant and a big tasting room, and there's an outdoor area, and it's beautiful. But
It just looks like this
but
big
you're
retreat.
just thinking like, this can't be right. They're like leading me out into the woods to kill me. You know?
You know, New York Chainsaw Massacre. No, it was
Exactly.
it's just they're tucked away in a nice little stretch of property because they're right next to the apple orchard and whatnot. You know, they're just, they're growing the grapes, they're growing the apples, they're actually pressing cider, they're making hard cider, they're making very hard cider,
They're making liquor,
they're making liquor, they're making
liqueur.
liqueurs. I think there was liqueurs are the first thing that was after the cider
Yeah.
that they were doing. And then when they decided to like start doing liquor, they start doing a vodka and a gin because those are the easiest things to start with.
Oh,
right?
Amy says where they located in
It's Warwick?
they say Warwick.
Pine Island. Pine
Pine
York.
Island, New York, which is like onion fields.
Yeah. 20 minutes that way through the onion fields.
Yeah, it's like it's not even, it was like 15 or 20 minutes from our house, like through the onion fields. And the only reason it takes 15 or 20 minutes to get there is because you have to do like 30. through the onion fields.
And I'm thinking to myself, like I said, okay, I'm not going to name check like any sort of like, horror pictures here anymore tonight. And then we name check the onion fields, and it doesn't sound any less Texas Chainsaw. I'm just, I'm telling you. But it's a great little journey, and they have fantastic products. They decided to start making bourbon. They didn't have capacity at the main location, so they bought a piece of territory and installed, a massive column still, and now they make the bourbon there.
Black Dirt. It's Black Dirt Distilling.
So they've got that bourbon, maple bourbon. I think they definitely do a rye. Am I wrong?
No, they do rye.
They do rye, and an Applejack. They started doing Applejack.
It's so good. It's all good.
It's like excellent products, and their prices are not out of line. I mean, it's comparable to a lot of things. I see some of these small places, which will go unnamed, where a 375 is going for like $45, and I think, okay, so that's $90
Maybe
at
for you
$7.50.
Rockefellers.
Jeez,
Yeah.
I know you're a small concern, but how
Yeah.
about the big bottle for that price? Just saying, we're not all made out of gold bricks here.
No, but there are so many distilleries near us now.
Yeah.
We're within a half hour's drive of
4?
at least, I would say six distilleries.
Yeah.
So if you come visit us,
and you want to do the distillery tour,
we'll have to rent a
we'll show you what's
or
happening.
something.
Yep.
We'll have to
Rent
get
a
a
bus.
driver and drive us around to all the distilleries.
Yep. But
That sounds really fun. We should do that.
Paula Gibson from SLC. Wahoo!
Hello.
Yeah. Hey there. Oh, and Ryan is also having the wine from the fancy box. Yeah.
Card Bordeaux.
Awesome. Card Bordeaux. It's only the finest are in this house. I tell you.
So
you have an
I
idea?
could use another shaker, please.
Come right up.
Thank you.
Hey.
We're really going through the shakers.
You're gonna have to get yourself a strainer.
I will get myself a strainer. I don't think it looks good if we both disappear at the same time.
No.
Thank you. Gives the place a kind of vacant
I'm gonna
look.
pre-get myself one of these in case that suits my next idea, which I think it does.
It's a line from After the Thin Man. Gives the place a kind of vacant look.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was really good.
Oh, and Jen's noting within about a 30-minute drive of 20. I don't doubt that. Every state, the laws have just opened up, and people are like, I can distill now. Bang, they're all doing it. I call that big plus. Big plus, because that just means you have more places to get locally made product. In New York State, there's a big incentive for these distilleries to distill if they use New York products. If you're using New York apples, New York wheat, barley, whatever the world you're going to distill from, for instance.
Okay.
And so that actually really helps the local producers. And then there's a big incentive for local producers of hops to start doing that again. Used to be a big business in the state and kind of disappeared. That's big plus number 2.
Well, if you're driving in New York on the thruway or whatever, you see signs when you're coming to the state like, welcome to New York. And they really are pushing the whole beverage trail thing. It's a big thing here.
So Amy wants to go on the distillery tour with us. Well,
come on down.
Think about it. I'd probably push towards spring because of, weather conditions. But any time of year is good for a distillery tour, and we'll figure it out.
I told the story earlier in the broadcast about losing all the feeling in my limbs the night the train wrecked, but not our train, the train before ours.
Started this whole thing now, didn't it?
I'm sure people are like, we don't want to hear that story again.
Hey, Wendy's here. Hello.
Hello.
Glad to see you.
So I am starting my next drink. I will be starting with, you know what? I forgot to ice my shaker.
I'll ice your shaker.
Thank you. I'm going to start with 2 ounces
right
of tequila.
Big
Reposado tequila.
Why reposado?
Because it's good, but it's not so good that I feel bad about mixing with it.
Reposado is rested. That's what the term means.
Well, it's
like one level above the clear stuff, and a lot of the clear stuff has an excellent flavor profile. But this has a little more time in the wood, so it absorbs a little more character.
Like you said, in the woods.
It's
got more time in the woods.
Well, it depends. If your tequila distillery is actually like out in the sticks of Mexico, then you'd be in the woods.
Okay, so I'm sort of riffing on the first drink I did tonight, where I did 2 ounces of bourbon, a 1/2 ounce vanilla liqueur, a ½ ounce fresh lime juice, and then I shook with ice, strained into my cocktail glass, and then topped with this Bruce Cost ginger ale, passion fruit with turmeric.
Mm.
And it was really good.
Just got a nice comment about your hair from Wendy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So this time I'm starting with 2 ounces of tequila, and I'm going to do the vanilla again. And then I'm also going to do the lime again. But then I'm going to diverge.
We're using the Dr. McGillicuddy's vanilla,
I
which
know, and we're almost out of it.
I have found to be excellent. The very first product I saw from them, I think was mint or peppermint or something, and I think,
Yeah.
I don't use too much
Wow.
peppermint schnapps, so I was like, whatever. But then I found out other things that they make, and this has a very nice flavor profile. So I can recommend
And
it.
it's almost gone.
You can see we're using it, I
Unfortunately.
guess. So
Unfortunately, it's almost gone. Okay. And then a ½ ounce of my fresh lime juice. Now for this one, I think I'm going to add some bitters. I didn't the first time, but it didn't need it the first time.
they need it.
But I think this one will. So I got out my orange bitters. So I'm going to do, let's say 3 dashes of my orange bitters. Can you write this one down, please?
Glad to.
Thank you.
I'm behind. I better
That's
catch
okay.
up pretty quickly.
That's all right. I'll wait.
There we go. So you started out with 2 ounces of the tequila.
½ ounce vanilla, ½ ounce lime, 3 dashes of orange bitters. I'm gonna shake that, strain into my cocktail glass. We don't want to waste.
Nope.
Okay.
Castle's getting in my way over here. There we go.
You need one of
Flop,
those things
flop.
that holds it back.
Certain other fezzes that I've experienced in my life, which I perhaps have earned, will definitely get in your way because they're rather long.
Strain into your cocktail glass. Now that was pretty full, but I'm going to top with my Cassis cider. Just a little splash. Look, it changed the color.
It did. Oh, and look, it's kind of layered too. Fun special effects.
Oh, yummy. And you could keep adding the cider as you drink it down.
Yes.
It'll change the flavor more
Change
and
the
more
flavor.
toward the cider as it diminishes, but
Essentially diluting the alcohol, but it's not really diluting the drink. It's not getting
No.
like all watered down.
that's good.
So there's the
Let's see.
thing.
Do I have any extra? Oh, look, there is a little bit of extra.
Oh, that's yummy.
Move that along, please.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Whenever you get rid of that.
You should remove that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yay. All right, I like this one too.
I like it. I like it. It's good. So,
So you still have some of your
Mhm.
room temperature zombie. Lisa, oh. The cell is blocking the view. Oh, what?
hmm?
Oh, you mean the bar. Let's see. Yeah, I bet it is.
So that's a Facebook. This is Facebook closer to
That's
us.
YouTube.
This is YouTube, and that is actually. Well, let's see. I've got. Am I
Your jazz
am I
hands.
catching a cell phone here?
Oh, maybe you are. Oh, it is catching the phone.
Is it? No, I got my finger right there. It's right above the phone.
Yep, I see your finger.
Yeah. Actually, you can kind of see my hands there. Well, we have to be hiked up a little bit just because of the nature of this, and it's not optimal, and we're trying to make it work. The fact is, we're a little larger on Facebook than we are on YouTube,
Ugh.
which is, no, vice versa. We're a little larger on YouTube than Facebook, which is,
Well, maybe next
Kinda
time
funny.
we'll do the Facebook phone down here and the YouTube phone up there.
I need a double-ganged phone holder for one tripod.
This is
So we
all
just set
until
up
our
and
new
go.
camera comes. As you can tell, we're a little obsessed with our new camera.
It's ordered. It's promised by April. That's several months away, so we're just impatient, that's all. So,
Oh, I know. It's so imperfect. But we got impatient and we decided to start
start doing it.
broadcasting both places, even though
You know
we
something?
don't have the camera that's going to make that more beautiful.
It really, and it looks okay to me so far. We did that broadcast
Aw,
earlier in the week where we were live on Monday,
thank you,
and
Ryan.
we were at a non-high traffic time, so it wasn't a good test. But this is a good test, and honestly, quality's
It
looking good
seems
both
like,
places.
well, except for when it completely went to
Completely conked to hell over on YouTube. I don't know.
Hades
What's up in YouTube?
for a minute.
Bing, bing, bing. Just gonna grab some.
It like
vitamins here.
focused in on my dress, like it was just doing it like a close up on my, if you know what I mean.
Oh, and Devin's just joined us on YouTube.
Hi.
Yeah, we're doing both. You can take your choice from now on of which platform you prefer. It does not really matter to us. I'm seeing comments both places.
It's just for the next couple of months.
I'm fielding them. Well, we're going to actually continue to.
No, yeah. But
You're
for
gonna
the next
continue with
couple of
platforms.
months, it'll be kind of awkward
A little janky,
until we get our new camera.
but I think your lighting looks good both places, and the setup looks pretty good. So it's clumsy, but it works. And so.
Can you read that?
Oh, it's winter. You're on YouTube. Shouldn't we be getting a reading from one of your paperbacks?
Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
Do you have an idea? I'm gonna try your drink
I
again.
don't. You want to go grab me a paperback? Try not to make it too filthy.
You want me to delve into that section of things?
Try not to make it too filthy.
Maybe Jackie's is on.
Get ice castles.
I think that's actually well exposed. So.
Oh no, I'm going there. Yeah. Yes, Paul did. Has anyone noticed? Paul did cut his hair. We just thought we'd wait and see if people noticed, but good eye, good spotting. So I think we should do a reading from Ice Castles.
Gotta find it. Oh, you've been in the movie side of things. Here.
Yeah, I think it's near the bottom of the rack.
And guess what? It's a photo novel.
Oh, Errol says I deal with Less Than Perfect all the time because I'm married to him. Aww. Aw. Okay. Who here has seen the movie Ice Castles? I probably need my glasses. I need my glasses too.
All right.
Do you mind? There's a pair right over there.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the one I'm looking for.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So for those of you not familiar with the movie Ice Castles, and really, who isn't? Lynn Holly Johnson her name is Lexi, I believe, in the movie. I haven't seen this movie for at least 30 years, but she's a skater, a competition figure skater, and I don't remember if she's in an exhibition or competition, kind of doesn't matter, but she does this jump and she lands on a bunch of folded up metal chairs and goes blind. So then she has to learn to skate again as a blind person. Yeah, Laura, how seasonal. Ice Castles with Robbie Benson. Yes, that's Robbie Benson. Let me find a good section. It says Ice Castles, and then it says The Ultimate Rerun. That must have been like oh boy, it's dusty. That must have been the tagline, The Ultimate Rerun.
Terrible.
Okay. All right.
The Ultimate Reboot.
Okay, so
Maurice, do I have to admit to saying it? She says she thought it was some metal chain. Well, do you remember? Was it chairs or chain or what?
let's see. Well, I've got the okay. It's like a patio section. Here it is. It's
Thank you,
like
Ryan.
yeah, okay. It's like there's like all these patio chairs and tables. It's like a seating area. Anyway, okay, so there she is.
Is this the business there that she's mucking about in?
Lexi softly whimpers from the pain as she lies mangled on the ground, motionless.
Oh, mangled. That just sounds
Okay.
not good.
Her father, well, Doc, is she blind or isn't she?
Oh, I don't know.
The clotting may dissolve. The pattern for this kind of thing is that it improves or deteriorates fairly soon after the trauma and then stabilizes. After that, what you have is what you have.
Oh, that's pretty comforting, Doc.
So the tests concluded. Lexi is wheeled out of the room. Her father, hi, Lexi. Daddy? And then the doctor, she's going to need a lot of care. And then her father, I understand, I'll take care of her. Sorry we couldn't do more. I understand she was very promising. And then it's her coach, yes, very promising. Now if you'll excuse me.
Gotta go. Bending the kid. Yeah, bye. Thanks, coach.
Anyway.
Always knew you had my back.
Pent up with frustration, this is her father. Pent up with frustration, Marcus, gritting his teeth, heaves one ball after another down the alley, sending the pins flying. He's bowling. He's frustration bowling. What's the matter with you? You drunk or something? Anyway, okay, let's skip.
Skipping ahead.
Let's skip until it,
Skip a little till it hurts.
all right. Okay, so she's being shamed. She's sitting there looking all disheveled, and she says, leave me alone. Then her coach says, oh, so you can talk. If you can talk, you can do something. You can get off your tail and do something. Then Lexi says, get out of here. Who the heck are you anyway? I'll tell you who I am.
Coach.
I'm a stupid character in stupid clothes, running a stupid bowling alley and an ice rink. It's pathetic. And I come up here and I see you and I take a chance for something different. Now we'll never know what we're made of, will we? What can we expect from a hopeless invalid? Sure, nobody blames helpless invalids for giving up.
Here's the
So
way.
then,
Get her
okay,
motivated
so
there.
they-
A little
they-
shame.
Keep fighting like that. And then she decides to go out to the pond with her father and start skating. And then Robbie Benson is watching from behind the trees because, you know, she's pushed him away.
Mhm.
So she tries to skate and she falls. And then he reaches out and gives her a hand. What are you doing here? I came to see you break your tail. I can't see you very well, so I don't know if you're kidding. Listen to my voice. I'm not kidding. And then her father, for the first time, a sense of hope. With Nick's encouragement,
Dream.
Lexi slowly begins to trust herself and the ice once again.
Her-
Nick and Lexi skate smoothly, gliding, confident and comfortable together. Oh, don't tell me. I got okay.
Yep.
Here she
Yep. We'll wait for it.
she attempts an axel and falls on her behind.
What else? You know.
She tried to open her eyes. And then Robbie Benson says, you shouldn't have opened your eyes. She swings wildly, angrily at
did.
him. Come here, you bastard. Come here. You're sure a better skater than you are a fighter. I hate you. I really hate you. Okay. I hate. Now they're 2 pages later, they're kissing. And he carries her into dinner. All right.
The abbreviated
da-da-da-da-da.
version. And this is already the photo novel. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
So they're taking bets on her. Can she skate? All right. Training, blah, blah, blah.
And then the guy saying, "Oh my God, wait a minute! This is the Poseidon Adventure."
Okay.
Photo novel. It's good. These comments
Right,
here
she's-
from Laura's definitely got the comments here. She needed one of your pomegranate red pepper mocktails, and her dad needed the room temp zombie. Here.
Okay, here we go. She's going into competition. Their hearts are with Lexi as she skates delicately to take her position at center ice.
Tough love.
As
Yes.
thousands look upon the slight figure on the ice, a misty vapor of fog is all Lexi sees, and to herself she whispers, "This is for my mom." Now I can take the time, I can see my life, and it comes up shining, reaching out to touch you. I can feel so. Okay, looking through the eyes of love. Okay, all right. Looking through the eyes of love. Triumphant Lexi circles the rink while the crowd applauds. Unbeknownst to her, flowers are being thrown by well-meaning fans. Then Robbie Benson shouts, "Lexi, the flowers!" So she's like tripping on the flowers that they threw out on the ice.
People, this woman is impaired. I'm just saying.
The building murmur sweeps the crowd as they begin to realize that Lexi is blind. Nick, crying, hurting for Lexi, begins slowly walking out to her. Finally reaching Lexi, Nick tenderly helps her up. "Stay with me, you bet." Anyway, I think that's a good place to end it. Stay with me, you bet.
It's not quite. Here's looking at you, kid. that level of
Not quite.
classic screenplay, but
Not quite, but
and there you go.
there we go.
Anyway, we had a question about the spicy Jaeger. Would that work with passion fruit and a warm one? Now let's see what we've got that I might make warm and
might.
get that going. Let's see what we got.
Oh, either here. Well,
What do you got?
I don't think there's enough. I've got some vanilla tea here, but I don't think it's enough.
Okay. I will find
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
What's in the blue box?
It's a good one. That is dandelion root tea.
Dandelion.
You could try that.
Okay, we could try that.
I mean, you'd be using a lot of sweets, so that might be okay.
Okay, let's get that warm.
All right. Dandelion root tea. Jamie, yeah. Sadly, Tanya Harding wasn't available for the role. Have you seen I, Tanya? I love I, Tanya. I love that movie. Yeah, that was a reading from Ice Castles. It seemed seasonally appropriate. She does go out and skate on a pond, so I forget where they live in this movie, but somewhere where the ponds freeze. So this baby was 2 ounces of Reposado tequila, 1/2 ounce vanilla liqueur, 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, 3 dashes of orange bitters, shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass, and then top with, this is Doc's Draft, Cassis Blackcurrant Hard Apple Cider. It's really good. If you can get Doc's Draft products, highly recommend. I don't know how available they are, but they're definitely available all over the Northeast. Oh, yeah. So Paul will be back with another warm one. I'm enjoying this one and this cider. The other exciting thing I bought today, if you were not here earlier, was this Bruce Cost ginger ale, which I think is pretty widely available. But this is passion fruit with turmeric.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
It's kind of fun. All right, so actually the ask was for passion fruit and some of that spicy Jaeger. This is Jaeger Scharf, which is in fact hot
Ginger.
hot ginger. This 2? Am I wrong? Or is that 1.5?
That 1.5 or 1. I mean,
That's
not
1.
two. Okay, then it's
I think it's 2. I'm going to use the other one. I want to have 1.5. So if you could pass that, please, I would be
we
appreciative.
don't know. They're all different.
Yep. They are. It's weird. You see these things and you're like, oh, it's a double-sided. They're all the same. They are all over the place. I go in, this is 1.25. What the hell kind of measurement is that? Anyway, 1.5 is an actual shot. 1 is a pony. 2 is a gill.
Celebration toddy for the Ice Castles couple.
Boom.
And
Here's the toddy. I started out with a hot cup of the dandelion root tea, about 1/2 cup actually. So this 10 ounce, that's probably, I'd say 4 ounces.
okay,
4 ounces of the tea.
let me write this down.
Make your tea, get it nice and strong. Add a shot of the Jaeger Scharf. And then I'm going to find my passion again, and about 1/2 ounce of that.
How much of the Jaeger Scharf?
1.5. Jaeger Scharf does not taste exactly like Jaeger, by the way. It is a distinctly different product.
Yeah.
It is herbal. It is a heavy ginger hit, which is nice. That's about 1/2 ounce worth of the passion. So I've taken a fairly bitter base here, added some of the booze, which is kind of a sweet thing, and then added some of this, which is quite a sweet thing, and I'll give it a stir and see where we got to.
Okay.
I'm smelling a very herbal thing going on, which is kind of interesting. Drop that right there.
Well, it's got herbal tea and herbal
Smell
liqueur.
Just smell that. That's actually a great place to start. Just aromas are good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Hey.
I like that.
Good idea there.
Yeah.
So thank you for the idea. I improvised with what we had, and we came up with something kind of fun.
That's really good.
Oh, that smells like you're in like an herbalist store, and they're like, well, this tea is good for the following, and you smell it, and you're like, wow, there's 20 things going on there. And that's, you've got the dandelion root and the Scharf. You got all that herbal stuff coming from the Jaeger.
Oh.
With a really heavy hit of ginger, and I'm getting that sweetness from the passion. That's really good.
Can you go back to the comments, please?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Glad to. Well, another hot drink. Boy, it's 2 hot drinks today, which is kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah. How's stuff come through? So that was, I believe Laura was asking about that. And also asking about the dandelion root tea, so there you go.
Yeah.
Try that out. If you already have some of the dandelion on hand, make a cup. Get yourself some of the Jägerscharf. Should be available for a pretty reasonable price for a $7.50. I thought you could go crazy on those herbals, but this is not nuts.
Oh yeah, I wish there was smell-o-vision. I know, right?
I know, seriously. You know? Oh, Bigelow makes it. Constant Comet, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
That's a real classic spiced tea, like orange spiced tea,
exactly.
which I think is aping a sort of like Russian-Ukrainian thing. And there are a lot of different brands that do that. Bigelow is excellent, and their product's been on the market for a really long time.
Yeah.
So they definitely got that. That Bigelow, in fact, makes my favorite Earl Grey. I think that's the one.
Oh yeah.
There are other brands that basically have that same profile. They're very good, but I think that's the profile. And it's just, and they have like a really great breakfast tea. You know, it's very good products. It's a small company. I believe they're based in like Fairfield, Connecticut, or something. 'Cause
Really?
I see their bags that say that.
Okay.
And also just they're available on most shelves and they're reasonably priced. So hey, you know.
Didn't realize they were so close.
Yeah, very close. Maybe someplace that we could visit and talk to about cocktails and mocktails, the sort of thing
That'd
we
be fun.
do here.
Fun.
That would be fun. So, well, I had another request, which I believe was coming from. Let me find out. Bekarovka.
We've seen that.
Yes, we have seen that. And Lutowskaya. And what's the honey liquor we got? Oh, Krupnik.
Yeah.
We got
Krupnik.
some. There
yeah.
are a lot of Krupniks on the market, I think.
Yeah.
But a good source. Oh, good question. I believe we've seen that locally, just
Yeah,
because we
we've
got some
seen it in our
really
liquor
well-stocked stores. Do we have that at Consumers, or is it just up at Mid Valley? I mean, we have
Not
a
sure.
large local
I know
store
I've seen it at Mid Valley.
that is well stocked. Then we've seen
Yeah.
a much larger local store
Yeah.
about half hour away that is very well stocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me check. I'm going to check here. The world's first graphic soap opera. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, these books. I remember I had some back in the day. I'm dating myself, but then I started finding them again and purchasing them. Yeah, these photo novels.
The photo novels.
I remember having one for Greece when I was a kid, and there's also, obviously, Ice Castles. Saturday Night Fever has one that's good too. Maybe next time we'll do a reading from Saturday Night Fever.
It's a book, it's a movie, it's a book, it's a movie. It's sort of a fumetto, you know, like fumetti, those Italian the books which have the pictures with the word balloons.
That's what this is.
Those are played for gags. Although this is just a script of the movie, which is very serious. It's a drama.
Well, it's
yeah,
abridged script of the
pretty
movie.
abridged script of the movie.
Sort of the cliff notes of the movie.
Let me see if I can find this. There was a request for the chocolate rum.
Oh, Johnny, are you still here?
Johnny, yeah. If you're not, I'm about to use it. I'm about to think about that.
You'll have to send him a message.
Yep.
Hi, Marcy.
I'm not sure I can go back that far with the comments here on the Facebook. And I was making sure he wasn't
okay.
on YouTube. Oh, hi, Marcy.
You'll have to message Johnny later
Yeah,
if he's
we'll
not
see that.
here. Okay.
But definitely. Again, we're on both platforms and we're checking them out for you. I don't mean to bore you looking at comments. We're just trying to
We're trying to reply to them.
reply because I can't be here on the keyboard. That would take like hours. It would really be a static broadcast. I've seen things like that, and they're kind of dull, and they're terrible in playback. It would be dull enough to be watching this and saying, "Oh, I can't comment because I'm just watching the rebroadcast." I hope it's not that dull because a lot of people watch the rebroadcast, but that's still really good.
And if it's dull, get what you pay for.
Get what you pay for.
Sang.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, the chocolate rum in question is made by Deadhead. It comes in a figural bottle,
Oh, yes.
which is a shrunken monkey head. I could show
Thank
you
you,
this if
Laura.
I had it in my hands, and I don't. It's very cool. We're completely out of it
You want me to
because
get you one?
we used it. Okay, sure.
Let me go grab that
I'm gonna
monkey.
vamp and talk
Let me go
about
grab
this
that
thing.
monkey.
And we can show you the monkey, and because frankly, I recommend the product. It's excellent. You might have to order it online if your state allows it. We're still dealing. we're literally 100 years from Prohibition being enacted, and the states still haven't figured it out. So we're still kind of screwed. But
So
if not, go to your neighboring state and maybe you get the stuff.
So empty. The monkey
Look at
is
that
so
guy.
empty.
Shrunken monkey. It's
Right.
literally a
Yeah,
monkey
close the door.
sansa with like the sewn up eyes and the mouth that contain the soul. Oh, was that the Yanomamo or the I forget the tribe that actually
Oh, I don't
does
know.
the head shrinking? And this I believe in Venezuela, like the deep into Venezuela. Ah. So, but it's a lot of fun, and it's like a plastic overlay on a glass bottle, but it also has in the back here holes, so you can check the level on your bottle as you use it. And you can see,
Yep.
I can check the level and say, well, I'm completely out. And if
We
I
didn't
just-
need to check the level to realize that.
I knew that
but,
part, right?
Yes.
But if I had capacity locally, I would just go get another bottle. It's difficult for us to find. New York is hard on this whole line of products. I'm very unhappy about that. And we've actually had experience getting the rep on board to get the local guy to go and get a bottle to one of our favorite places. And it just was like, it was a very mediocre response. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes, I remember, Marcy, you donated a bottle last year.
Yes.
So great. We need to get another bottle.
I'm telling you. Well, I do not have the actual product, but I have an amazing facsimile because what do we have here? This is something I believe my sister gave me, which is a bottle from Loon. And what they did was fill this bottle up with chocolate nibs and a vanilla bean. And what you were supposed to do with this 750 was fill it up with your liquor of choice. We used, I believe, a clear or an amber rum, and just let it sit. And those nibs start like excreting
Yes.
flavor. So it all leaches out into your rum, and it is very heavy and bitter. It's got that distinct like bitter nose to it, a little bit of oiliness
And
to
the
it.
longer it sits, the better it gets.
And it's like, wow, yeah, that's that hit. And that's what I'm getting out of that Deadhead chocolate. It's a very balanced, it is a liqueur style thing. It's a little sweet, but it does have a bit of bitterness to it, which I love. So there. So I'm going to do the following.
Oh, yeah.
So here's this. It's a shot of the chocolate. Starting with
It
1.5.
doesn't taste like the Deadhead chocolate, but you can mix the same. You're going to get similar results. I'll put it that way.
I'm going to go for a real sort of a basic like Martinez profile, and maybe half an ounce of this vanilla, which is a pretty obvious
You're
thing.
writing this down.
Yes, if you would, I will get you.
Oh, here's the
You have the book. So there we go.
Got it. Okay, so that was how
Yeah.
much of the chocolate?
1.5 on the chocolate, 1.5 on the vanilla. So 1.5 to 1.5. Give that a swirl. Punching up the chocolate with some vanilla is a fine idea. The chocolate I'm using is fairly bitter as far as a liqueur goes. So adding some sweetness to it,
Yeah.
not a bad idea. I'm going to add a little bit of sour to that by throwing in some of this lime here. We'll see where that leads us. That's about a half ounce as well. And I'm going to give that a swirl and wonder if I need to throw any kind of bitters in there.
Wait, what was that?
Half ounce of lime. So I'm actually going to try this warm, right, room temp, and see
Ugh.
where we're going with that. I think we could definitely go with that. What kind of bitters might you throw in there?
Chocolate?
I don't want to
You don't want to pump up the chocolate?
pump up the chocolate. Maybe some of the hot stuff.
Or
That's interesting.
Hot stuff or cranberry?
I'm going to try hot.
Okay,
Try hot. Yeah.
all right.
And I happen to have the shaker right here.
Pardon me.
Excuse me,
Do you
folks.
want the Serrano or do you want?
Yeah, I'll take this Serrano.
All right.
There we go. There's
Boy
many
Drinks World. Oh, my phone is gonna
twos.
die.
Oh my.
Okay,
Okay.
hold on. We gotta plug in a battery.
Okay.
We gotta plug in a battery.
That means the mine's probably not far behind. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the struggle.
It's real. It's real.
Thank you.
Battery right here.
Oh my gosh.
We have time to make this.
I can't wait to get that camera. I'm just saying.
The things you have to do.
Chili. Yeah, he's going for, okay, so he's going to use the Boy Drinks World Serrano cocktail spice. I'm trying to hold it steady
Okay.
so you can see that.
Nothing will fall here. It should be okay. Hi, folks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're charging now.
Carefully there.
All right.
Got my chill glass already, which is good. I was, if I could have reached them, I might have tried the Satan sauce from Larice, which would work very well in this. That's actually
Oh
a
my gosh,
much
yeah.
hotter and kick because it's coming from, I believe, ghost pepper, if I'm not mistaken, unless it's just habanero. Now this is serrano peppers, about half a dropper worth of those. That should do something very good. I have successfully used the Satan sauce, and it is a really nice burn. But that's the kind of thing we do around here. Shake, shake, shake.
Okay, so that's it, right?
That's it. And keeping it simple, really along the proportions of Manhattan Martini, that kind of thing.
Okay, got it.
This is basically like a little less than 80 proof because it infused all of that chocolate sweetness and bitterness. And, oh, I still need a strainer, don't I?
Pardon me.
Pardon me, coming through.
All the strainers ended up down here for some reason.
Strange but true, folks. Here we go. And strain your frozen cocktail glass to keep it nice and cold, as opposed to all the hot things we've tried tonight.
Well, all mine were cold, but...
And boom, and there you have it. This is a something. Actually, ladies first. You give that a try.
Oh, yum. I'm definitely getting the chocolate.
Oh, and Larissa is noting habanero extract and 190 Everclear. Woo!
Ah.
Bang, bang. Yowza.
No wonder we like it.
Oh, and in Alberta, oh, coming from Canada there, Ryan. You can only buy liquor or cannabis through the government warehouse. Oh, well,
Oh,
you know,
wow, okay.
that sounds like New Hampshire, sans the cannabis, but I would not be surprised if that changes around within about 6 to 12 months.
I feel like you could, if you wanted more burn, you could do even more of the Serrano.
I'm not really getting it. You know what happens when I mix on this show and I don't get it? I either leave it out next time or I put in more. So here is like another, let me try to get another hefty half stopper.
There you go.
So that's probably
Okay.
a full stopper worth of the Serrano from Boy Drinks World. Very good stuff.
I gotta go
That's
change it now.
coming from Ram. He makes a number of these extracts. He calls
Really
it
good.
cocktail spice. This isn't a bitters, it's more of an extract of the Serrano. You add like 2 droppers of that to your like, you know, sort of very simple daiquiri type rum drink.
Super
And
good.
bang, you've got just a little bit of burn
Did you
happening
stir it
there.
up?
You know, I should. If you were actually to procure some of the aforementioned Satan sauce from Larice, because you happen to know Larice, I think probably about 6 to 10 drops would do that job. You know, me, I'm a daredevil. I would do like squirt. I'll go from there. But if you're sensitive to these things, a very
Yeah.
gentle touch at first to see what happens. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Switching back over to Facebook here.
Yep, that's it.
Bingo bongo bingo. Oh, Laura, I love Manhattan. I like Manhattan. I work in Manhattan, and I love Manhattans actually. It is one of my go-tos. It was my
I make a
grandfather's
lot of
drink, and
Manhattans lately.
he had a pretty good idea. Of course, I think he just liked a nice shot of whiskey, so that was his idea. But
I just poured myself a glass of the Doc's Draft Cassis hard cider.
speaking of, you just want to have like sort of a low alc thing after
Yes.
all of this other business here,
Exactly.
which is very nice. Yes, there is a delay on that. There was a delay on the extract that you made with the cocktails. With the direct extract, you try it, you're like, oh boy, big burn. With the mocktail you made, we try it, and it's just like flavor, a bit of dryness, 1, 2, 3, burn. Came right in.
Yep.
Not as heavy as that habanero. This was like a less hot chili, but it got there. And of course we have, I don't know if we've done this live on the air, maybe it's time to do it next time. We have actually like toyed around, monkeyed around really. Where's that monkey? Monkeyed around with ghost pepper. That is
Oh,
not for the
yeah.
faint-hearted. If you actually are watching this and you're like, well, gee, I have a heart condition,
Go get it.
don't go near.
It
This
might be
stuff is,
a little bit might be good on this cider.
maybe we play with it right now.
A very little.
I need to get rid of this business anyway.
A very little.
Mhm.
I don't want to die
Yes.
prematurely.
I have to find it again.
It's just right there. Oh, Pepper Tree Villas! Yay! Share the link to your channel below, please. Lorice, too. Share the link to your channel. Please share the links to your channels, and you know, if you're doing something, share the links. I love to spread the love. Okay.
Please.
I don't want to regret this. So I'm just going to grab me a spoon.
Ah, pepper trees. Excellent.
I
Yep.
said, share the
Yeah.
link.
Some of the live stream. Yeah, some people have trouble with this just because of where they are located in the country, and if you're at work and you can't exactly be doing that. And then some people I know watch from work. Well, you know something? Whatever floats your boat
Right.
and works.
So this is ghost chili.
If you're watching on one or another platform and are interested to see that we are in fact on one or the other platform, we are doing both from now on when we can, as long as bandwidth holds out. We may find, a bare amount of that, 5 grains. We may find situations being very challenging. We'll see. Once we actually have new equipment, that may improve things.
Yes.
Be very nice.
Yes, we're waiting for our new camera that will allow us to go live on up to 5 platforms at a time.
Ooh, now that we'd
But-
like to wrangle that.
It says we'll get it by April 30th, even though we've already paid. So
What the heck?
I'm hoping, they said, we're having a beta test in February for selected creators. I bet we're not selected because we're not big enough, but
Who knows?
then we'll get our camera anyway.
Well, we paid. Maybe we're selected because we decided to be the beta level testers. I'll beta test, sure.
Okay,
See what happens.
I'm literally using that much ghost
You
pepper.
can-
I don't know if you can see that.
Barely
but
see that. Half the size of
it's-
your little fingernail.
less than an eighth of a teaspoon. It's very, very little.
And you're just going to stir that in.
I'm going to stir it into my Cassis hard cider. It's sticking. Oh, shoot. It's sticking to the spoon.
Get out of it. There you go. Let's get it right.
Brat. Get off the spoon, you idiot.
The
Okay.
jar here. This is coming from Kitsch-en's in Manhattan. If you have never seen this joint, I've never
Oh my
seen the joint.
God.
She has a couple
If
of times.
if you're a foodie
And you want to come on in.
or a cocktailian and you come to New York, you've got to go to
gotta check out
Kitsch-en's.
They've got everything.
Like any weird spice you've ever looked for,
This is
they've
kind of,
got it.
this is pretty pedestrian by their standards. I'm thinking that
Oh, yeah.
Maurice needs to come to New York and hit this joint and
Yeah.
and buy a few things.
I don't
I'm
know where to
just
put this. Okay.
an ad for a place that has not sponsored our show, but you know something?
No, they
They're great.
haven't.
They're absolutely great.
Okay, I put it in here,
Mhm.
and there's like sort of a
Film of grains
no. Look
dancing
at that.
around.
There's like a
Oh
an
yes,
effect.
you get an effect because those grains are cavitation points. So this is bubbling.
You can't see this, but I put this into this cider, and now it's bubbling. That's a little scary. All right.
There you go. Diving in, crossing fingers.
It's good. It's not too hot, but it made me cough. Like when I went in for the
Just the breathing it.
yeah, breathing it
heavy.
made me cough.
It's heavy.
But it's not. It's
We have-
actually not that hot.
And we've seen people.
Are you coughing too?
No, it's kidding me.
I'm like
Brother,
breathing the
brother, I'm
fumes.
telling you.
Okay.
We've seen people on shows on TV cooking with the things, and the guy was basically there with a gas mask. You know, it's like you can't be in the kitchen with that stuff. It will.
The
it will
weird
take
thing
you
is it
out.
doesn't taste too hot to me. It's bubbling,
Mhm.
and I'm coughing, but it does. It's not giving me the heat and the
Yeah.
taste. That's
Interesting.
weird. Did you try it?
I have not tried it yet. I'm about to. Amy's wondering, can't see YouTube comments on Facebook and vice versa. No, you'll have to be on one or the other platform. Unfortunately, you could be on both if you've got the bandwidth and you just want
Maurice
to
is
swap
doing
between.
both.
I
And
mean, I
Jen-
am because I have
Jen,
to monitor
if
this.
Jen's still here, she was doing both too.
I can see the
so-
comments pop up,
Yeah.
but over here on YouTube, they're very small, so I have
know.
to hop over the
I'm just
laptop to
looking
check
like,
it out.
what's that? Yeah.
Ready?
Just don't breathe. I don't really taste it.
Woo.
The weird thing
Yeah.
is I don't really taste it,
Yeah,
but I'm coughing
it's
and
it's
want to
atomizing.
sneeze.
It's atomizing. I have to like breathe deep. Ready? And
I don't really taste it, do you?
no, but if you're actually like there and you have
But I'm
to
afraid
breathe
to
in,
do more because I don't want to,
I wouldn't do it.
I don't want to give myself an asthma attack.
It's probably not the best deployment of this stuff, but it's an interesting
No.
experiment.
But I
Thing
wanted to try it.
When we've done it with cocktails, I'll take a base of say 80 proof. There you go. Whoa. We'll put that down.
No, it's just like it's making me cough,
Yeah.
but I don't really taste it, if you know what I mean. It's the breathing of it.
Yeah. Well, we can bear in mind that this stuff is used by
It's stupid.
this stuff is used by the Indian Army as a weapon. It's pepper spray that will really take
I'm
you out
pepper
if they get
spraying
that in the eye.
myself. But,
You pepper sprayed yourself,
but it's
yeah.
not really changing the flavor of the drink.
And I mean, it says, in the words of Thomas Dolby, it's for science.
Exactly.
Here we go, violating copyright yet again. But you know what? That's a great song.
And I'm also thinking of what They Might Be Giants.
Oh, that's
For
what I was thinking.
science!
No, Thomas Dolby is science. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yes.
Volunteers. We need volunteers.
Volunteers. She volunteered and she's coughing up
I
a fit.
volunteered.
I'm coughing over
That's
here.
making me cough.
We pepper sprayed ourselves on
But in a
live
good
on
way.
TV, folks.
Making me cough, but in a good way, I guess.
You know, the Indian consulate just called and says, "Of course you did, you fool. That's a weapon. What the hell is your problem?"
They just called and said, "You look dumb. Do you want to participate in experiments?"
What is your problem, sir? Oh my.
Yeah, base for something else. Yeah, exactly. It's
Well, when we do it, when I've done it with cocktails, I'm like, keep it really simple, sort of
Oh,
a
yeah.
daiquiri thing. Get your base in there in your shaker, and then throw in a bit of the pepper, just a tiny amount, and let it sit there. And let it sit there
Although-
for maybe about 20 minutes.
I've got to say
Mhm.
though, if you need to clear your sinuses, this would work like a charm.
Like that. And when you let
Like
this
a charm.
infuse out the flavor, much like Larice with the very high proof liquor and the habaneros, it's going to soak that flavor. It's going to extract that flavor very fast. And I just like to do it for a while to make sure I get maximum. And then just mix up the rest of your drink. Put in your sour, put in your sweet stuff, shake, pour. And then what you end up with is a drink about this size that is primarily liquor, right? But a pretty good sour. And every sip is just like sip, long, slow burn. So again, if
Oh,
you're
pineapple,
sensitive
yeah.
to these things, don't even go
I
there.
was saying pineapple might neutralize it.
Oh,
I
interesting.
think pineapple and hot is a classic flavor.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Dairy would neutralize it, but you wouldn't go there with this drink.
Yeah, the funny thing is the taste is totally the same. Like it really didn't change the taste. I just go in for a sip and I'm like, and it's because it's going up my sinuses.
It's not exactly vaporizing this stuff, but it's kind of activating
It's still bubbling.
Yeah.
It's still bubbling.
Yeah.
That's funny.
it. It really caused the
Makes
the
it seem
cider to
dangerous.
flip there.
Makes it seem
So-
dangerous.
Oh, Lisa's trying both YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Well, I think maybe next time we'll change the cameras around. I don't know. We
We can try
could.
that out. We're gonna.
If you want us to be part of the beta test, I have no idea. I have no authority to say this, but
No.
I think the more followers we have, the more likely they are to let us be in the beta test. So please share us with your friends. I'm coughing now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I held it up to my face. Share our channel. Yeah. If you share it with your friends and we get more followers, maybe we'll be invited to be in the beta test. Gagging on this. It's good though. You know what? I'm gonna add more of the cider. Neutralize all that ghost pepper, which I'm not even tasting. Did you see that? Like, oh, that's funny.
The big fizz? Yeah, there we go. There we go. As soon as you do that, cavitation points.
Science.
Oh, damn it. Sorry about that, folks. Let me try that
What
again.
did you do?
Maybe I'll type without one finger.
It's making me cough. That's so funny. He disappeared. You
That
want
it?
That's pattern. You want me to do it?
I
Here,
hate
Put it up
autocorrect.
here.
I really do. No, I'm good. I just need to correct this
I'll
because
put,
it's
oh,
just
I was
gonna-
gonna say I'll
it's
type
not pattern, it's Patreon.
Patreon.
Patreon, fool. Seriously, if this autocorrects me, I'm gonna kill this thing.
He disabled autocorrect on his phone.
No, I didn't. It autocorrects me all the time. It's a pain
Oh, I
in the
thought
neck.
you did. I thought you deleted
Couldn't
it.
do it. What I really hate is like the autofill. I really can't. I can't disable that. It's kidding me. If you'd like to support the kitchen, patreon.com. There we go. I'm gonna drop that on the folks on YouTube too. Sign into chat.
Carbonation.
Let's see.
Go ahead, sign in as me.
Yep. I think that's it. I hope that this works.
Oh no, it's gonna no. You can't log in. You need
All right,
the
well,
two-factor
I guess I got to
authentication.
do the authentication thing, which means that I've kind of killed us on YouTube comments, but well, you're trying another
The
way.
struggle. The struggle, you guys.
97. Nope, can't do that.
I like the
either.
way one of the options is get help. I wish
Yeah.
I begged you to get some therapy.
I'd love to get
Get
some help.
help.
I'm just going to log back in here to grab the comments because here we go. Bang.
I like the when you go live on YouTube, it prompts you to take a photo. It says pose for a selfie, like to be your whatever your thumbnail.
Thumbnail,
And
yep.
yeah, and so I was just like, because
Oh.
I don't know, and yeah.
Bum dum dum. Larissa is noting that she says
Auto
that
correct auto mistake. Yes, it's auto mistake.
Not a mistake indeed. Do we lose the comments on YouTube after the live stream's over? Haven't done a live stream in here, well, in days, but haven't looked at that. I gotta
Yes,
say,
you do. You do.
you lose the
Yeah,
comments?
you do.
Okay. Then I won't bother dropping a comment on you. I'll just tell you if you would like to support, if you're on watching on YouTube, like to support us here directly, we're on Patreon, patreon.com/ or backslash
Velveteen Lounge.
Velveteen Lounge. That's it. Go there, check it out. Several levels starting at $5, count 'em bucks. Pretty simple, pretty cheap.
$5 a month cheap.
Yeah. If you'd like to have a little, a little fun with Glendora, that's a little more, but she's a lot of fun.
Fun with Glendora.
She will like.
Glendora doesn't come cheap.
Well, oh, sorry, I don't come cheap, people. Only the wine that she drinks.
Glendora has the palate of a 14-year-old.
We've seen such things happen. Well, had a lot of fun drinks here tonight. Great
I
stuff.
know.
2 hot
Oh
ones.
my gosh,
We're
almost 2 hours. We're
Wow.
like almost 2 hours live.
I guess we're having a lot of fun here, and we've seen some good audience. Glad to see you.
I want to successfully take a sip of this without coughing. So I'm
Right.
gonna cough before. I'm gonna pre-cough. Okay. Can you do it without coughing?
Don't breathe. I'm literally getting no burn off of that, but if you breathe, right up your lungs. Yeah, that's it's a real dare.
That's
It's
the
a better
thing.
break.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's only in the sinuses. I don't taste it
Really
at all.
amazing.
That's
Really
so
amazing.
weird. But I think if you wanted to clear out your sinuses, if you had something going on,
Okay, I'm
This would be a great
finally
way.
getting a little bit of that because we use so little, it's not going to hit you
yeah,
hard.
no.
I'm not saying I will definitely disrecommend all of these dares where you take like a teaspoon of this stuff. That would put you.
In the
It
hospital.
would put you prostrate. You'd really be out
No.
cold. I think it is a hard hit. But if you want to play around with it, just a tiny bit of a pinch and infusing it in things, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, Lisa says it can't be time to go. I know.
I know.
You know what I want to do? Okay, here's my idea. And I think if we, when we get bigger, we could do this. I was thinking it would be fun if we could have like movie nights. Not Thursday. Thursday's for making cocktails. But what if we had a movie night and it was sort of like Mystery Science Theater 3000 where like we all watched the movie together. We all commented on it and made drinks.
Yeah.
I think that would be really fun, but we have to be able to get permission to do that.
So we'll have to work on that.
We have to work
A
on that.
lot of these pictures, certainly the stuff that MST3K did, was pretty cheap licenses,
Yeah.
if at all. So I'm sure they can't be too crazy.
I know it takes, for like a 90-minute film, like some classic piece of trash, it takes us probably about 4 hours to watch it because we have to stop and make comments and make fun of it. And no, it takes a long time for us to watch a movie like that. So it would be fun if we all watched it together.
Well, you're all listening to the feed from Spotify, I hope. Did I drop that on you, or did I completely forget to drop that
You
on
forgot.
you? Oh, jeez.
I shared it in our page today.
Take a look on the page, grab the Spotify playlist. If you have not been listening to it, you could always do the rebroadcast if you wanted, or just grab the playlist and listen to it. It's a lot of fun. A lot of good stuff on there today.
Mystery Science Theater. I love it. Yeah. It's all about growing our following, guys. The bigger we get, the more ambitious we can get.
Tell your friends.
Please tell your friends, share with your friends. Anyone who's like-minded. If they're not like-minded, don't share it because they will not understand it all.
If they're not going to get it, I'm not going to try to make them get it. That's absolutely fair. you know, to each.
Dave, hi.
Hey there.
Hey,
Glad to
Dave's
see you.
here.
Well, right, but
Is it
fantastic stuff.
time?
It's about that time.
I
Dave's
feel
here.
like I'm getting a little sweaty from the ghost pepper.
Maybe. Okay.
Whew,
I think you're a little sensitive to that, but
I know.
Yeah.
Am I turning red yet?
not yet.
I don't think so.
No, no. It might be hidden too.
Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to, you know, red splotchiness, palpitations, shortness of breath. We've already had coughing fits, you know.
Oh, good.
That's
something
what we
to
have
look
in the lounge
forward
here
to.
tonight, like drinks that will incapacitate you. Ah! The truth is we've had several things. They've all been really good.
Including a good mocktail.
A
I'm kind of proud of the
really
mocktail.
good mocktail. And you know something? I feel very healthy. I think all that dandelion root tea, which is also in this guy here, still smells really nice.
You have the dregs of 2 hot drinks there.
I know. Would make one good hot
You
drink.
have your drinks lined up. Just saying.
You don't say. You even have a shot going over here. But no, there's nothing in there. So, anyway, been fantastic to see you folks. We will certainly see
Yay!
you Monday for the aforementioned mocktails.
Mocktail Monday.
We actually started the episode finishing the
It's a
mocktail.
good
That will
one.
be featured. It's a good one.
It's a
you,
good
You
one.
can make it. You would like it, but definitely. Tuesday we're going to have, unless conditions really, really crap out on us, we're going to have another fantastic home bar
Home bar.
for
Excited about
ya
that.
in the
yeah.
series. One of our locals, a tattoo artist. Hello. We can throw him
Local,
a little
he's a
promo
couple
there.
of hours away from us, but
Yep.
yeah,
Close enough.
excited to see his bar.
Very
If
interested.
you have a home bar you would like us to shoot wherever you are, let us know. Well, we heard from people in the Pacific Northwest, and we have that on our short list in our brains
Sounds radar.
of trips to set up.
It would be a fantastic trip. We just have to like arrange the travel and the financing.
Yes,
That's all
yeah.
it is.
So, but that's definitely in the works. So, wherever you are, if you have a home bar and you're thinking, I'd like to have them in my home bar, let us know, because even if we're not going to do it like next week, we will put it in the brain to work on for the future.
Something for the future, but definitely. Because we've got 52 weeks to fill. We essentially do not have seasons. We never sleep. So, what the heck?
I know. We were stupid and didn't set this show up with seasons. We neglected to do that, so
Oh my!
we're just like little hamsters on a habit trail, running
Maybe
for our
we will do
lives.
such in the future, but you know, I understand all as these things go. Social media, harsh mistress there, folks. That's why we're on 2
thank
platforms.
You, Lisa.
Trying to grow, trying to push it. That's the way it goes. Hey, maybe with
Yeah.
a few more watch minutes on there, you know,
I
YouTube
know.
here, we'll get a little more love. We'll see how that goes.
So,
Anyway, great to see you.
yes.
See you Monday, see you
Have a
Tuesday, see you next
fabulous
Thursday for another one of
evening.
these fun things. I don't know what it's going to be yet,
Wait,
but
are we going to go live this weekend?
I don't know. Are we going to go live this
I
weekend?
think we're thinking of going live this weekend. We have some sponsor rum to try.
This is true. Okay, yeah,
All
sometime
right,
on the weekend.
so
Be watching.
sometime on the weekend.
Well, check it out. Be
TBD.
a quickie. Just one of those little things where we do
TBD.
things like that. I think we're liable to do more of these little drop-ins like that because
Yes.
things occur.
Yep.
And actually, we also heard from Lou at Rum Bar Records today, and there will be things from Rum Bar in the future.
Yay.
Can't tell you what yet. Ooh, it's going to be a big secret. But thanks for joining us, folks.
Yes.
As always, it's fabulous to see you. I got myself
Yes,
2 cameras
thank
here
you
going
for
2
joining
directions.
us this evening.
And as always, we will see you soon.